Do you want to come off mute?
Hello, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm doing well, thank you.
Thanks for
Sorry I'm a
joining.
little late.
Oh no, it's okay. Thanks for joining. We're on the West Coast.
Yes,
You're
the timing kind of throws me off.
oh, do you hear echoing?
Uh, no, I don't. Let me see. No, I don't hear any echoing, I don't think.
Oh, okay. I hear it on my end. Hmm. Okay, let me, if you don't mind, let me just go off mute for a minute. Hi, we're back again. James, say hi. Thank you for joining. As we wait for other people to come on, we'll hear from them. But I'd like to just go ahead and get started. Um, Today, we are getting together to just pay tribute to people that we've lost and people that were lost in 9/11. And we are combating that with love and prayer. And so, as people come on, we will hear from them, hear their music, and then we'd like to say some positive words. So, we will go ahead and get started. And then, uh, as people come on, we'll hear from them. Okay, thank you.
September 11th started as a regular Tuesday. People headed to work and school across the eastern United States. On that day, 19 men from a terrorist group called Al-Qaeda boarded 4 planes, along with regular passengers. They planned to hijack the planes.
¿Qué? What is a terrorist group? And what does hijack mean?
Great questions. A terrorist is a terrible person who does terrible things. Terrorists try to scare people into doing things they don't want to do, and they use violence against other people who don't believe the same things that they do. And hijack? Hijack means to take over by force. So in this case, the terrorists on 9/11 took over planes by force so that they could hurt a lot of people.
What did they do when they took over the planes?
Instead of flying the people and the planes safely to a new place, the terrorists crashed the planes into 3 buildings: the 2 World Trade Center towers in New York City and the Pentagon in Washington, D.C.
The Twin Towers of the World Trade Center complex were the tallest buildings in New York City. They were built to bring the world together into peace through trade. They stood tall as a center of finance in the United States. The Pentagon is the headquarters of the United States military, including the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines.
The terrorists wanted to attack the United States at landmarks that symbolized our financial and military systems, because they wanted to damage America's strength as a global leader.
And people died?
Yes, everyone on each of the 3 planes, plus many people in the buildings.
But you said 4 planes.
The people on the 4th plane were all real-life heroes, too. They stood up to the hijackers to prevent them from taking control of the plane, but it still crashed in a field in Pennsylvania, in a town called Shanksville. Nobody knows where the terrorists wanted that plane to crash. In total, 2,977 innocent people died that day as a result of the 4 attacks.
Promi's right. I don't know why we should remember this day. It's so sad.
Pia, I understand how you're feeling. But even though sometimes things make us sad, it is important to remember everyone who stepped up to protect our freedom.
But why?
Well, remember when my grandma died last year?
Yeah?
I loved her. And even though I'm really sad that she's gone, do you think it would be better if I forgot her or chose not to remember her?
No, of course you should remember her. She was so nice and special and, oh, I guess I kind of see your point. But 9/11 seems like it was really scary. I like to forget scary things.
9/11 was scary. But Pia, always remember that love is stronger than fear. Even though the terrorists tried to scare everyone, real-life superheroes looked fear in the face and said, "Not today."
Let's go Kamala. She has the stamina to win the race and bring grace to the face of this country. Let's live abundantly and love and joy for every girl and boy. No one cannot let him destroy. Because race relations, black and Caucasians, Asians and Haitians, we're in this together. We can stand any weather. Let's get real about our future. Can't let him call her a loser. She is winning. Winning the lives in the hearts of our youth because it's true. When we uplift our future, they're hearing. Everyone will benefit. Let's rewind the clock and go back to the times when we were kind to each other. My sisters and brothers, we must love one another. Our God is watching everything that we do, and it's up to me and you, and all of us to do our part to uplift our youth, capture the hearts and the minds, and just be kind to one another. There's too much at stake. It's time to awake. It's time to embrace. We must hit the world for every boy and girl. He wants us to love and get our blessings above. Because with true intelligence, cheap attacks are irrelevant. To assault another is lame. Don't go thought in the game. Stooping to the level of insanity. Don't forget about humanity. Life is too serious. Smith taxes makes me delirious. Everyone hearing us, the world's cheering us on. So bring it on. For every boy and girl, we must bring peace to this world. Go out and vote. Go out and vote. Go out and vote.
Keep playing it. Keep playing it. Because we gotta bring love back into the world because there's a better way, so don't delay the promise that he gives you if you just remain. The peace and the joy for our girls and our boys trying to rise up above by showing each other love. We have to change the world for our girls and our boys, so don't delay, embrace, make it a better day. No more hatred in the world for our girls and our boys. Be cool, so let's change the picture of the life of one another with society. Cut off her love for
Miss Half Pint just was on at the beginning, and she wanted to be sure before we close things out that she shared one of the songs that she was trying to share in the beginning when we were echoing real bad. So here we go, and we will hear from her on the next engagement, but she wanted to make sure that she shared with us. Here we go.
Sight or meeting of the minds. Either way, it's till the end of time. You bring me peace when chaos reigns. You hold me down through joy and the pain. Stronger together together, always and forever. No competition, this is my love letter. Love you long time, my strength and my sword. Changed up the style, never get bored. My rock when I need, pillow when I see. Been down since day one, the love is so deep. You are the rose that grew from concrete. Confessions of love, claim me in the streets. Devotion displayed through space and through time. Words weave together, poetic rhyme. Bodies move in tandem, effortlessly. Synchronized rhythms express who we be. No apology, set my soul free. Pay my respects by showing loyalty. It's for you. Don't you know this love is real? It's what you know this love is for real. It's for real. It's for real. Don't you know this love is real? I got a love, it's like the Jones. I feel the love deep to my bones. I'm feeling so strong, a force to be reckoned. No right or wrong, my heart weakens. Praying for the strength every time I hear the beat so sweet, reach in my ear. My soul is touched, my mind's alert. Forgive me, Lord, not trying to be in shirt. Raising this genre of music so dope. Lyrics so fly brings me some hope. The dance combined with rhythm and rhyme. The idea so clear, my gear is fine. B-boy, B-girl, MC, and DJ. My love forever, forever and a day. I hold this love, it just don't stop. I'm in love with hip-hop. Don't you know this love is real? It's what you know this love is for real. It's for real. It's for real. And don't you know this love is real?
Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, we're back and just trying to encourage everyone to continue to support the music. And what I was just saying is that the school district seems like they're playing because we met with them on August 29th, and they said that they were going to follow up with us. They didn't have no answers about the funding or nothing. And the school district board member is getting ready to leave. He's getting ready to leave. So I don't know what's going to happen, but we're still just pushing forward with the music plan, and just trying to hear from anyone who has a positive message to share. Today was just more about just honoring 9/11, and also the people that's no longer here, but to also just pray for peace and pray for our country and pray for our youths. And do you have a positive message to share? Yes, I found out. So let's pray for him, definitely. Yes, we'll pray for the. Mm-hmm. For sure. For sure. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what music will do for you. It gets you that adrenaline and just positive energy. The positive and the physical energy that music brings. I mean, that's what we're fighting for. That's what we're fighting for. I just wanted to turn this day into something positive. You know, James watched the 9/11 video and saw what happened 23 years ago this day. That's a trip. All these years later. I know it's crazy because I was talking to him about how I was working at Ion at the time, and you know, his dad, senior, was working out at that place where he worked for so many years. And he was at work, and I was at work, and I remember my coworker running outside, talking about we all got to get out of here and all that and stuff. And it was so crazy because she was kind of trying to go crazy, but then our HR person said no. She said we're all safest here, and we're safe here at work, and it was just crazy. Everybody thought the world was going to come to an end. Four different attacks and 2977 people lost their lives. It's just crazy. It's really something. Yep. Mhm. Mhm. Crazy. It's really something. Three different, four different attacks in different places. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh my God. Mhm. 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 Yeah, that's really. I know. Mm-hmm. I think I remember that name. Yeah.
and for whatever reason he missed the plane, he would have been on that plane.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I heard a lot of stories of different people that diverted their plans and ended up living. I was like, God had them
Yeah.
for
So
sure.
just saying, what happened? What happened? At 9/11, I just realized that
Yep.
one.
That's crazy.
What? At 9/11 is just strange the way that happened. I
Hmm.
mean, I just don't get it. I don't get it. What happened? I don't get why it happened. I don't know why. It was Saddam Hussein. He was the one. He was in power at the time, and he was the one that sent the planes out. I mean, I don't know. Now, I'm understanding that some of the one or two of the pilots that was on the plane trained with American pilots.
Wow. That's crazy.
American pilots. So I'm just saying, it was really, really crazy the
Mm-hmm.
way that things happened. And today, I mean, there was all kinds of news cast on talking about how the president and was uh, doing something to was in favor of 9/11
Mm-hmm.
years ago. 23 years.
Yep.
It's been that far, that long. 23 years. 23 years. I
Yep.
mean, so fast. And Frankie Beverly,
Yeah. Rest in peace to him. Wow. That's a trip.
yeah, he passed. He passed today.
Yep.
And he was 77 years old.
Oh, wow.
That, I mean,
Okay. Well, I just wanted to continue the conversation as people join on, and uh, I just wanted to keep talking and ask you to share your positive message for our future. And I have my dad back on. Go ahead, Dad.
but the future is like, what I can say about the future is that we as a people, we need to support each other. We need to try to do things together so
Yes.
that we can, as a people, we can be more in tune with each other.
Amen.
Whatever we're doing, it includes everybody. Because we as a people, that's all we have. We don't
Yes.
have anything else but ourselves.
That's right.
Nobody else is trying to help us. Nobody else can give a rat's, I say the
Yes.
but nobody else could care less about what's happening to us. We got to be the one that's going to care for us, because if we don't care for us, who will? I
Yeah.
mean, you try to look at your president, and I mean, even Obama, who was a black president,
Yeah.
he didn't specifically look out for black people.
Yeah.
He just did what he had to do in the way of looking at everybody, America as a whole.
Yeah.
Well, America as a whole is not us. I mean, when you look at America as a whole, you're looking at several different races of people, several different people that come from everywhere. I mean,
Yes.
this is a nation of immigrants. I mean, where we want to accept it or not,
Yes.
and people in America is from everywhere.
Yes.
They come from everywhere.
Hmm.
They come from Nicaragua. They come from China. They come from Africa. They come from everywhere. So we as a people, we black people as a people, we gotta look out for ourselves, because if we don't, nobody else will.
That's for sure.
Our
That's for sure.
our future is in our hands,
Yes.
not in the president's hands, not in the government's hands. It's in our hands. If we don't stand straight for ourselves, nobody else about
Yeah, and that's my feeling too about whoever's president. It's still going to be up to us. It's going to be up to God to be the shield over our life and to continue to instill in us to just follow what's right and do things through love. That's for me. You know, I don't know. It's kind of hard to discuss politics and the future, but for me personally, I just feel like the character of whoever runs our country should align with
us.
us and also align with our future, be an example to our future, have that proper character as it relates to our children,
Well,
so
all I know is you're trying to depend on the government to do it. It's not going to work
yeah,
because the government starts with as we, the people, and
yes.
it's not us. The people is not us. The people is the people of America, not us. They're not us. So we done did so much to the country for this country. We was the one that set and like that idiot President Trump
Oh
can
God.
say can say that he can make a statement that he did more for black people than President Lincoln. That's an idiot statement.
Yeah, all the time.
That's a real idiot statement because he didn't do anything. I'm understanding that his father was some kind of contractor builder,
Hmm.
and he built a big building. And when Donald Trump, when the idiot, that's what I'm gonna call him, when he was building Trump Towers, he didn't have no black contractors. He went to Russia and
Hmm.
contractors to build his place. That's
Yeah.
why him and Putin got so tight.
Hmm.
And during that time, I, I I can remember during that time that he was building Trump Towers.
Hmm.
That was 80s. There were so many Russians that came here to America. They even had Russians working at McDonald's. Can you
I
imagine?
remember that. You know what? I remember back in the day when we had went to McDonald's, and I don't know if you remember, it was so many people like dressed in those outfits from there.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it. It was so many people in there.
yeah. I mean, and then one of the biggest fish sticks that we have right here in Rick, but it was a fish joint that I'm a fish man. I
Oh
love
yeah.
fish.
Yep.
We went there a couple of times, and the woman had a Russian accent.
Hmm.
Where are you from? She said Russia. And then me and your brother, we did a job for a man that was working. The first banging that me and him did, the people that built the place were Russians.
Mm.
And they had one guy named Boris.
What was his name?
His name was Boris.
Oh, okay.
Like that Boris Badenov.
Hmm. Oh wow.
That was funny as hell.
Oh, that's
When
really
he
something.
talked, I couldn't help but laugh.
Oh my goodness, the time just flies by. I don't know why I was just thinking about Shantae. You remember Shantae? He used to wear that white thing all the time, that
Yeah,
long white. Whatever happened to him? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't know what happened. I know he used to live down in 1089.
Yeah, I remember he had stories about dying and coming back. I'm like, what was all that about?
Yeah, yeah, that was his thing.
Oh,
He always thought that he could meditate his life.
oh, yeah, I don't know. You never know. It is just really a trip. Well, yeah, I'm on. I'm going to be on probably for about another hour or so, and just in case other people join that like had to leave. Somebody else joined early, and then some people say they'll join and they don't. But we still get the message out because today was a day about remembrance and also just to push forward and just to continue to just have people encouraged to continue to support the music thing. I just I don't know what's going on though, because this board president is getting ready to leave, so I have a feeling he's just doing lip service. Quite honestly, you know he says we're going to talk about the plan, but then this is the second meeting we've had. We met with him back on the 29th of August, and he basically was trying to talk about programs for James to go to school for. So, Dad, before we finish off, I know you like vision so much, so I'm just going to go into it before we finish talking. Okay, let's go. Here it is. Living in this world of uncertain times, feelings of love and trust are often combined. For fear being fooled into successful of deception. Too many find joy living in corruption. Yeah, yeah. We close eyes to the things that's alright. Morals and truth is falling, flee out of sight. We've got to come together, stand as one. We've got to love each other and live by truth and not the gun. We got to learn to trust each other. God made us to live as sisters and brothers, yeah. Learning to love and respect begins with family, yeah, yeah. A structure built on love and honesty. Yeah, yeah, yeah. playing the keyboard on this one. Respect and love for all will be our mission. Yeah, yeah. So let's come together and share my vision. Oh, love you, Dad. All right. Not about district mandate, but what I did learn, which was what I thought. I did my research prior to the meeting, and I found out that most of the schools in the district don't actually have music. Maybe 60 to 70.
No,
Yep.
music has launched so many black people into millionaires. I mean, really speaking, when you look at it, you start way back with Mama Thornton.
Go, I'm sorry. James, you want to say hi to Papa? Yeah. Come here. No, just come say hi. Come here. Come here, James. You can just come right here. You don't have to be on camera. Say hi. Okay, James said hi.
How you doing?
Say good. Okay, he's in another room trying to rest. It's okay. But yeah, music is just, they don't hardly have the programs. So I'm kind of feeling like maybe they're not going to try to do anything. I don't know.
Well, all I know is that music has launched a lot of millionaires. I mean, just like James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones was not a musician, but he had the voice.
Yeah.
You know, James Earl Jones played Darth Vader. James Earl Jones' voice was used in The Lion King. And I'm just saying, he had that voice.
Yep.
Now, if he had been a singer, he would have probably been a great singer, like Barry White or something like that. But I'm just saying, some of the people's music has launched a lot of millionaires. James Brown was one.
Oh, here comes my classmate. Hold on. This will be great. We could talk together. Hold on. Oh, this is wonderful. This is the guy. Hold on. Let me go into him. Hey, there he is. There is the LLS. It is such a blessing to hear and see you. You
How
know,
you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm talking to my dad. He's a real legend in music too. But yeah, we're just turning this day into a day of love and just trying to hear positive talking. Dad, you still with us? Okay.
I'm gonna have to. I gotta go fix my face.
Okay. Well, I'll talk to you later. It was good to hear from you, Dad.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Bye. Okay. All right. Hey, how you been? Thanks for joining. Yeah, I just, we had some people join but it's good to hear from you. We're just really just pushing forward with this music therapy plan, just trying to get people to continue to support music. And we just wanted to get together and just hear positive messages from people. Just if you want to have something to share, or did you have any music to share or a link or something?
I do. I mean, I think I sent you the Spotify link before
Oh,
already,
yeah,
didn't I?
yeah, I think
So,
so.
or I don't know, is my name showing up on the screen
Yeah,
underneath me?
yeah. Let me see if I can get into it. Hold on. Let's
Well,
try to.
you can Google that username and it all the stuff that I got out.
Okay.
as of recently, even social media stuff would be there. So
Yeah. Let me get into something because we've been just like talking to people every month. I know you had joined one of them before, and we were having technical difficulties, but I can't thank you enough for linking me back in with Tamu and Siddiqui because they
yeah, that's a highly important situation for me because
they are really my mentors, my true mentors in music, and well, my dad's my true mentor in music, but they my true mentors in radio. Let me see if I can find it.
I had seen Benny B not too long ago.
Oh yeah, you know what? I was just listening to one of my old radio shows, and Benny B was on there. I was like, oh my god. I talked to a couple people who said they were going to join from back then, and they didn't end up coming. So let's see which one. Which one do we want to get into?
Because that song is called "Heaven in Grim Vegas," which I
Oh,
made off of uh, sampling the Weeknd's Heaven or Las Vegas.
okay.
So because I used to live in Las Vegas at one time, I called it Grim Vegas and
Oh my
just made
God.
a
It
little
was
twist
all,
to it.
wasn't always hot out there?
Nah, the winter is actually cool, and like the summer is like being around, like you being in Stockton or Sacramento or something. So
Ooh, Lord. Yeah, and I'd rather it be too hot. This one,
that's a
Cytoplasm.
song with me and that's a song with me and Larry. That's off of Larry's album, the Cytoplasms album. But that song is called "The Truth That I Speak." It may have some cursing in it, but it's about my verse is actually about the political stances that were being that the stuff that was happening to us,
Mm-hmm.
but it was mainly based it around like some of the stuff Arnold Schwarzenegger was
Mm-hmm.
saying and stuff like that. But
I can play the whole thing and then just edit the parts out if it's not too much.
I mean that's up to you. I just don't, I know I haven't listened to that song in about 6 months, so I don't remember exactly the lyrics. So
Okay. Okay, let's get into it.
all
Right.
right.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Gattery, Gattery, Gattery. Me and my Gattery brothers, take aim like soldiers in the hood. It ain't all good. I didn't go to Iraq and get my leg blown off by one of them bombs exploding under a Humvee. But I'm watching the TV and I'm seeing a guy that's a couple years younger than me. He went to Iraq and now he's coming back blind and got shrapnel in his spine. And I'm out here playing with the police. That's the KKK, the beast, patrolling the hood ghettos, ain't right. Everybody know, man, I hope Randy Case just go platinum the way that it's supposed to. First about paralyzing him. That's just the truth that I speak. That's why I got the youth in the streets. Hey, that's just the truth that I speak. Like J folks about to smoke in the streets. My life. Yeah. L-Y. Why? It's just the truth that I speak. 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 I watch those claiming that they teach, but what's going on in these streets? The youth don't know nothing. They walk around the street front acting like they know something. Ain't no books in the schools. Vote for this, vote for that. Now how's that? That's straight pimping. He's leaning on the people and everybody's limping in the mind. We got weak spines and can't stand on our own 2 feet. We in the streets begging for change, hustling. Everybody doing something, trying to get to bubbling. But it ain't gonna be the same, cause people out here don't even know their real name. Things gon' change, Armageddon is coming, revelation time is now. What you know about this frown is king now speaking to you. You might not know who I am, but I do know you. G-O-D-B-O-D-Y. Ask me why, I'ma tell you that it's you. It's just the It's just the truth that I speak.
It's funny. What most people present for themselves, they expect to be. They create, founded off of doubt. They fulfill nothing, they sell for them. The sun don't shine while me and mine manifest many you and I verse. At first, my words may seem crazy. Then you recognize your world is that. Really, what you want for yourself, your family, your peoples, your children. We built it, accept it. Then you can advance with no pop skits, like in a living color. Many jobs, many rhymes, spit, intricate loogies. Yes, it's my duty to do it. 10, like Windows, Jack. There's no place on this earth ever found called black. So you never hear me claim it, boy. I'm naturally dope, and this is the truth that I speak. It's the truth that I speak. Speak. It's the truth that I speak.
All right, that sounded good. You guys been still staying in the studio, huh?
Actually, that's a re-release. Larry re-released that. Um, that was a old. That song I think came out in I think around between 2000 and it was recorded in like about like 2008,
Oh.
2009, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And all the verses is freestyle too. He didn't write any of those verses.
You
So
know, I have not been able to freestyle in a while. I haven't really wrote anything in a while. I wrote something probably about 6 months ago, but other than that, I haven't been really been writing. I've been more so like just trying to get my son to play the keyboard. But through that, he's kind of made me play around with lyrics a little bit. But I never really did do much rapping too much. You know, I was doing more of the promotions. But
right.
it's driving me out there to want to kind of do something again.
I mean, one thing I'd say to people is, you can't, you gotta, and it's kind of weird that I'm saying this because it's something that I've actually been having trouble with on my own personal life is
Mhm.
you have to take care of the baby within you. Like
Yeah.
just same way you're saying like, doing this stuff for the youth.
Mhm.
You have to recognize the youth that's in you. It's like, the picture of the baby Dread with his arm folded, that's famous in the Rasta culture is that
Mhm.
him standing with his arms closed and, having that look of just confidence and positivity is like that's the baby you got to feed within yourself, the one that didn't have the fear of taking those first couple of steps, and when they did fall it was like, okay, I'm just getting back up because I want to walk, I want to get this cookie off the table.
Yep.
And the freestyling, which the technicalities of freestyling for me um are just, knowing how to rhyme and make it sound good, you
Yep.
know,
Mhm. You have to.
compared to being able to use your creativity on the fly
Mhm.
and structure a song or be able to express yourself through rhythm and poetry. And the technicalities aren't even a part of what you're thinking.
Mhm.
It's like a natural part of it to where you don't have to worry about your body movements or you don't have to worry about the things that people say creates or makes an MC the best of what they are on stage or any of that nature, because moving the crowd, the master of ceremony, etc., being any of those things is really about taking that child in you that wants to express something and finding a way to get it across to people that satisfies you. Like, we grew up in an age where it was about the competition and
Mhm.
one and up, and it wasn't taken personal. Like, you'd be breakdancing with your partners, and the first thing that's said to by somebody's, "Oh, fool, you weak." It wasn't taken personal. It was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I'm about to show you how raw I am, so I can make you raw." It was about making each other better.
Mhm.
Compared to, you see a lot of the times now where the competition of learning or knowing how to freestyle is directed around a what's the word, a certain genre or stage of activity.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a lot of people that, oh, give me a word and I'll make it rhyme and put it in a sentence, or
Uh-huh.
this and this, which is great. I think it's great. I think it's tight to do that on an entertaining level. But then when you get to people who probably have been emceeing for a while, it's like, okay, give you the word. Are you just going to make the word rhyme in your next sentence? Or are you going to make a subject out of this word? Or is this word going to be actually part of the song? So that's the part of technically freestyling. Some people have a hard time culturing the baby in them that just wants to get the point across, which is get your point across. Do you feel satisfied expressing it? Did it make you feel good? And did someone understand it? Now, no one understood it, but you felt good and you liked it. That's step one. Now, step two would be, do you want to impress people? Do you want to sell records, or do you want to do this? So you're worried about how you're perceived. But when you're in, it's like being an artist that draws and paints. It's like if you start picking up the pen or turning on the drum machine or anything with the idea of watch when people hear this before you think, I can't wait to do this because I can't wait to hear how this sounds. I got this idea coming out of my head. Sometimes it won't come out the way you expect it to be because you're doing it for an external source, when it's your mind, body, and soul saying, I seen something in life. I want to express it and I want to get my point across through it. And if you do that the best way you feel that satisfies you, you're going to have more people that love you for that, compared to you learning a technicality and now you got to learn the next technicality in order to be part of a trend. And it's not like that for everybody. It's just a small example of how culturing yourself and seeing, not taking, not having the fear to take a leap of faith can help you a lot of times when it comes to freestyling or dancing or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, like lately, when I just tried to write a few lines, I would write it. And then, since I'm not actually producing my music right now, even though I am a keyboardist, I'll play an instrumental and then I'll just rap to the instrumental. I won't actually know how it's going to come out sounding until I've rapped to that beat. And then
Right.
it's a trip how it just all comes together at first. I don't know how I'm going to come across. I know the words I want to say, but I don't know how it's going to end up sounding in the end. But it's just a
Right.
trip. It's just a
I
trip.
mean, I think that's kind of the beauty of, at the beginning stages of learning and knowing stuff. It's like when you turn on the drum machine, you want to make a beat. You
Mhm.
might not know how to make the beat that's in your head. The advantage some people have of knowing how to play a keyboard, or knowing how to play any form of an instrument that doesn't include you having to sample or synthesize sounds, where you could, or just like pre-program like melodies, you
Mhm.
can actually make music for yourself.
Yeah.
Like you can hear the sound in your head. Like one of my biggest difficulties is that I realized in the last 2 years of me working on my recent projects is that I never focused on learning the instruments I wanted to learn. I always learned how to get the sound and make it to there and got satisfied with it because it came out my soul. But it's very rare that I've actually played, not played, but actually been able to grasp a sound and say, I hear it this way in my head, and I'm going to produce this sound and make it be like this. So people who could play keyboards, horns, any form of instrument, you know, I think are incredible because you can hear, the notes, you can hear them in your head, or you can see them floating out and about in the world, and you know how to grasp them and put them in an organized sound that, that's in your brain, compared to someone who always has to sample or find the new loop or this thing. They may have the greatest sound in their head, but now they got to find a way to get that out through the instruments, through the sounds that's available for them, compared to a person that can get on the keyboard and say, okay, I can get this sound and make it myself, or sample it and then play it in this manner and get the sound out of my head. So I just think, to me, it sounds It's easier said than done, but to me it's all one and the same most of the time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's like the same steps you took to get better in basketball, football, baseball, or spelling is the same steps it takes to getting better with these types of skills. Now, the thing I think most people who are getting better with these skills and all of these things have to realize the artist and the business person are two different individuals.
Mm-hmm.
So you may be the greatest artist in a realm of wherever you're at, but you might not be the best businessman
Right.
or businesswoman.
Mm-hmm.
So the success of being successful in music is a two-way street of talent and business. And if you're an artist that's just full of talent, and a creative mind person like that, well, you have to surround yourself with people who know you and trust and have faith in your talent and believe in you and are
Mm-hmm.
willing to help you with the business side. So we kind of grew up in an age where it was like, hey, I learned how to do this. I'm about to do this myself. I sold this myself. I do this myself. Now at an older age, a lot of our peers are able to see, like, even though the industry is set up for you to put out music independently and you can be a solo person, in order for a record or a song to actually be truly successful, it really has a team behind it. Like you said, you were in promotion, and some people may know, oh, I know how to get it out there. I go on social media, Instagram, put it out, but how does that compare to the person who has a friend or a label that has $50,000 to spend on promotion?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, so
Mm-hmm.
us having a team and coming together as individuals to support one individual doesn't mean we're going to be looked over. It's like most of your $1 million songs from history in the past. I think the Motown movie is what made me look at this the best, is when you seen that room and it was like they were working on a song with Smokey Robinson, but it had a room of like 10, 15 people writing the song.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned this being a game tester too. In order for the game to be good, we have 40, 50 people on a team testing the game, constantly letting you know what's wrong with the game before it comes out. In hip hop, I'm not going to say hip hop, but in rap or the music realm, it's very difficult to see that, because as an artist, you have your craft, you want to do something, you make it out there, you put it and you like the way it is. And then someone
Mm-hmm.
comes in and says, oh, I don't like this part, or this part doesn't sound good. So you have the conflict of, am I destroying my artistry and what's organically coming out of me because someone said this doesn't sound right on this part? Or do I stay with my artistry and say, hey, let's just put this out because this is how I want it to sound. And the music is still marketable for the people who enjoy this music. And having a team like that makes it a lot easier and successful for you as a business person and as an artist, because you have to be able to be honest with yourself. I have to be able to say, I just want to sit in the room and make beats and rap all day. I do not care about promoting these albums. And if you have a good team around you, they're going to be like, okay, we know that's why we do this part. But your part to get the album promoted is you got to show up at the record store. You got to go talk to these people over here. And the artist probably has no problem doing that. So the success of back to nurturing that baby,
Yeah.
it's like being that child in the room. Like, you come in and you see your child with a microphone with a brush or something. You're like, what you in here doing? Rapping. I'm doing a concert. Ain't nobody in that room for that child. But that
Mm-hmm.
child got a smile on their face and they rapping over their favorite song, doing
Mm-hmm.
a concert for millions of people in their head.
Yep.
And they made that part of their dream come to life. And once we hit adulthood and get these technicalities of what the world brings us, it
Yeah.
crushes that sometimes
Mm-hmm.
because we know money comes into play. So
Yeah.
when it
Yeah.
comes to just the creative talent part, I think everyone in the world should always recognize their own expectations of the results of what they're doing, whether
Yeah.
it's a freestyle. If you want to freestyle so you can hear hella people, oh, ooh, oh, that was tight. Like that's what you're going to have to aim for.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to if you want to freestyle to be like, man, I just want to hear myself express myself in a rap. And if you go on ABC 1, 2, 3, and you like, I know I can't rap like somebody from Wu-Tang, but I just did my rap. I'm happy for what I did. Those are bigger steps than being able to impress someone, so
Yes. Did you want to say a few lines? Do you feel like putting on a few lines? My son, everything that you were saying, we was just talking like with my dad about that, about the joy and stuff that music brings. And all I can think about is just, yeah, the joy that it
well,
brings. You feel
I
like,
can say because I do gotta go because I have to go meet somebody in a second.
okay,
So
okay,
but what
you have a few
I will
minutes?
I'll leave with this words of positivity. I'll have these words of positivity to say, and I'm also talking to myself when I say this. I'm not exempt from these words.
Okay.
Our perspective and our perceptions are our true strength.
Yeah.
You can see the garbage outside and think like, "Gosh, this place is filthy,"
Mm-hmm.
and I'm tired of seeing this trash. Or you could be the person to go pick up the trash to be the example to be seen that, hey, it's not that hard to clean it up. The strength in our perception is very valuable. And surrounding yourself with people who allow you to have a perception, but will also keep you grounded in reality by letting you see their true perspectives on an honest level are one of the biggest healing things that we could do as a people. Because you have to keep motivating yourself daily. You
Yes.
always have to do that. And you have to stay focused on what the prize is for you.
Yeah.
So having the perception of being able to see the good and the bad as one and not separate, and knowing that they could be hot and the water is just the water. It's going to get hot and cold depending on how it's running.
True.
So you're going to need hot water sometimes. You're going to need cold water sometimes. Sometimes you just need room temperature water. But it's on you to know when and where, how it's needed, and to have the perception of when you don't have that cold water and the water is only room temperature and the water is only hot. What is your perception on that? We can
Yeah.
complain, we can be upset, and the second part of that is voicing your opinion, voicing your perception to people. Some people may hear your perception, may ask you what's wrong, like what's wrong, what's going on, and you can tell them what the problem is, and they may have the perception that you're a person in a form of stress that needs help or an advice. But some of these same people will keep you in that box before they even ask you, have you figured out a solution or do you need help getting a solution? So having a positive perspective or just having an open perception to what you want to do in life, whether it's music, whether it's, you know, be a helping hand in your neighborhood or whatever. It's about having an open perception to all the angles. It doesn't mean any one is more right than the other. It's the fact that you can see it and now you can have another way to move things around and work with people. So just have the strength is in the perception and figure out how strong you are by allowing yourself to see
Yeah.
a wider range of things. And I'm saying that to myself because I'm very stubborn and sometimes I see a lot and I still will take a wrong turn at Albuquerque just because I know I can, and that's not always healthy. So,
Yeah, I know all about you tourists.
so, but I do gotta go, and I'm
Okay.
glad I was able to chime in for a minute,
Yes,
and
I appreciate it.
I appreciate all the love and everything that everyone is giving and being there that we need to be for each other, and the
Yes.
future is brighter than it looks. So let's hopefully, next time I'll be able to get in at the beginning and be here for a full session.
Oh, for sure. I appreciate the positive words. We got to get together and do a cipher. Take
We
care.
we can. We it's gonna happen. We're gonna make it happen. I'm not gonna promise a date, when, where, and how, but it's gonna happen in an immaculate organic process.
Oh, yes. Well, I appreciate your time. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Thank you.
God bless.
All
Okay.
right, peace.
Bye. I don't know why I didn't have this up when he was here. So we just heard from Grim. He is the founder of the Live Lyricist Society Facebook group, and he gave some very positive words and encouragement for our future. And very grateful to him. Very grateful to those that did join that couldn't stay on. Very grateful to my dad, as always. So we just want to continue to just ask everyone to continue to share the petition to um, support music for our children. Um, Today, we honored those that we lost in 9/11 and those that we lost that were close to us, but the hope is still with us. So we encourage everyone to stay in love and stay in joy and stay in peace. Um, we're stronger together. And everyone have a good night and thank you and take care. God bless.